Good day everyone. We're here to report about the lowering the age of criminality. Definition of terms. The age of criminal responsibility is the legal minimum at which a child can be prosecuted and punished for an offense. According to scientific studies, brain function achieves maturity only around the age of 16, influencing children's thinking and impulse control. Proponents of lowering the criminal responsibility age believe that youngsters as early as 9 years old are already criminally competent and capable of discernment. Kinds and method. Number 1. The ongoing trend of crime problems in the Philippines has taken the government to create many ways and solutions to resolve the issue. One of these is the passage of House Bill 8858. It is, it is a bill that aims to expand the scope of the juvenile justice and welfare system and strengthen programs concerning the social integration of juvenile delinquents. Number 2. One of these bill is House Bill HB 8858, or known as an act expanding the scope of the reformation and rehabilitation of children in conflict with the law and strengthening the social reintegration programs, amending for the Purpose Republic Act number 9344 as amended, otherwise known as the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006. Number 3. It is a bill that aims to expand the scope of the juvenile justice welfare system and strengthen programs concerning the social integration of juvenile delinquents. Its possible enactment will lower the minimum age of criminal responsibility, or MACR, of the Philippines from 15 to 12 years old. Number 4. HB 8858 was initially proposed to lower the criminal responsibility to 9. However, due to a strong standpoint of the opposition lawmakers and other children's rights group, it was decided to raise the MACR to 12 years old. Number 5. It was also decided to change all mentions of criminal responsibility in the bill to social responsibility. However, the bill's intent remains the same. When a child 12 to 18 years old commits a serious crime, he or she would be sent to intensive juvenile intervention and support center inside the nearest youth care facility, also called Bahay Pag-asa. Nevertheless, most Bahay Pag-asa facilities are not in good condition to be a rehabilitation center of CICM. Number 6. Additionally, the possibility of enacting such measures is a way of discipline young individuals who break the law. It is also a solution to prevent the reduce the number of children and drug trafficking. However, many individuals and organizations inside and outside of the country are against this bill because it violates certain human rights and laws such as the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006. Why experts strongly oppose lowering the age of criminal responsibility 2019? History, foreign, and local. Local history is often documented by local historical societies or groups that form to preserve a local historic building or other historic site. Many works of local history are compiled by amateur historians, working independent, or archivists employed by various organizations. An important aspect of local history is the publication and cataloging of documents preserved in local or national records, which relate to a particular area.
Arguments supporting and against. Children in conflict with the law are already victims of circumstance, mostly because of poverty and exploitation by adult crime syndicates. Instead, they should be given a second chance to reform and to rehabilitate. Proposal to lower the age of criminal responsibility argue that children as young as 9 years old are criminally mature and are already capable of discernment. There is no mechanism to protect these children from cohabiting with hardened criminals and no guarantee that in detention they will be protected from violence and exploitation in jail. Detaining children will not teach them accountability for their actions. The current juvenile justice and welfare law, which sets the minimum age of criminal responsibility at 15, already holds children in conflict with the law accountable for their actions. Legality and related laws. In the supporter of the bill, they believes that one of the country's solution to criminal problems is lowering the MACR because children at the age of 12 and above already have the ability to understand and identify the rights and wrong. Additionally, the possibility of enacting such measure is a way to discipline young individuals who break the law. It is also a solution to prevent and reduce the number of children and drug trafficking. However, many individuals and organizations inside and outside of the country are against this bill because it violates certain human rights and law, such as the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act 2006, widespread strongly oppose lowering the age of criminality responsibility 2019. Trending news. There are already pending bills in the House of Representatives that I am to amend the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006 or Republic Act 9344. And this includes the call to lower the age of criminal responsibility to 12 years old and even down to 9 years old.
Scientific studies show that the brain function reach maturity only at around 16 years old, affecting children reasoning and impulse control. Proposal to lower the age of criminal responsibility argue that children young as 9 years old are criminally mature and are already capable of discernment. If this was the case, then why is the legal age to enter marriage, legal contract, and employment in the Philippines at 18 years old and 9 years old? Child does not yet even reach the age of puberty and their brains are not developed to understand the consequence of action. Personal morals. They can serve as a guideline for how human should treat one another. Moral codes can also be the benchmark that person can use to analyze if they are making an ethical or unethical decision in their life. A person can use their moral codes to change or alter their thought and behavior in order to be human or kind towards others. Individuals and group can have their own set of moral codes. And that's all, ma'am. Thank you.